God showed me how to win in 2026. 5 urgent lessons for success. 2026 will not destroy you because you are weak. It will destroy you because you are distracted. Some of you are stepping into 2026 with a full calendar, full notifications, full plans, but an empty spirit. And you keep calling that pressure, when in reality, it is misalignment. When I was praying, I saw something clearly. I saw people entering 2026 with their hands full, holding opportunities, projects, responsibilities, even blessings. But they had no grip. Everything looked productive, but nothing was secure. Things kept slipping, peace slipped, focus slipped, joy slipped. God did not show me a date to fear. He showed me a pattern to break so you can win. Stay with me, because lesson number 3 is where many people lose peace, money, and calling, while still looking successful on the outside. 2026 will reward the eled, not the loud. The world will demand speed. God will demand oil. Tonight, I'm not here to hype you. I'm here to prepare you. Because in 2026, what you will call pressure will actually be a filter. And if you learn these lessons now, 2026 will not break you. It will open for you. The biggest mistake believers will make in 2026 is praying for increase while refusing alignment. God is not blessing every door that opens. He is blessing the way He chose. And this is how He begins preparing anyone He plans to elevate. 1. Clarity over speed. Most people don't fail in a year. They fail in a direction. Speed without clarity is just panic with makeup. You can move fast, stay busy, check off tasks every day, and still be disobedient. Activity is not obedience, and motion is not direction. Some of you are exhausted not because life is hard, but because you are running without being led. You wake up, grab your phone, absorb 10 voices before you hear God once, and by 8 a.m., your peace is already gone. If you want 2026 to open instead of collapse, you must choose one assignment God can breathe on, not 10 distractions you feel pressured to maintain. You don't need more options. You need fewer voices. God never leads through confusion. He leads through clarity. And He said it plainly in Isaiah 30:21, "This is the way, walk in it." That is not motivation. That is instruction. If God is not leading it, speed will not save it. But clarity alone will not keep you, because 2026 will test what nobody sees. 2. Purity is power. You keep asking God for bigger doors, but you refuse to close the small door that keeps draining your oil. What you tolerate privately will tax you publicly. Your breakthrough is not delayed by a lack of gifting. It is delayed by leakage. Hidden compromises, unmanaged habits, private indulgences, quiet disobedience, they don't stay private. They invoice you later. Some of you smile in public, serve faithfully, speak the right language, but at night you know what you entertain. And God is not exposing you to shame you. He is exposing you to save you. In Psalm 24:3-4, He said, "Who may ascend the mountain of the Lord? He who has clean hands and a pure heart." That is not about perfection. It is about direction. A heart that is not divided. If you want power in 2026, you must shut one door now. One habit, one relationship, one feed, one compromise. Oil leaks through small cracks. And now listen carefully, because lesson 3 is where people lose everything while still looking blessed. 3. Stewardship, money, time, and attention. Some of you will not lose in 2026 because God took it. You will lose because you could not steward it. 2026 will not just test what you believe, it will test what you manage. Heaven watches stewardship before it releases increase. Increase without integrity becomes a trap. If your calendar is chaotic, your spirit will bleed. And what you stare at is what you serve. Your attention is not neutral, it is worship. You don't need more income before you learn discipline. You don't need more time before you learn order. God multiplies what is handled well, not what is handled emotionally. He said it clearly in Luke 16:10, "Whoever is faithful in very little is also faithful in much." That is not punishment. That is protection. If you keep mishandling what God already gave you, more will not help you. God will not multiply what you refuse to manage. But here's the secret. Real acceleration in 2026 will not come from public moves. It will come from private consistency. 4. Consistency in secret. You don't need to be seen, you need to be sealed. In 2026, the loud will burn out, the rooted will rise. The internet rewards noise, but God rewards oil, and oil is formed where nobody is watching. Some of you are exhausted because you are performing a life instead of living one. You are trying to be impressive instead of faithful. God does not reward intensity, He rewards consistency. Small, unseen obedience repeated daily carries more power than rare emotional moments. Jesus said it directly in Matthew 6:6. Your Father who sees in secret will reward you. That is not a promise for attention, it is a promise for stability. If you win the secret place, 2026 cannot steal your outcome. And now comes the final lesson, because this is how you live covered. Part 5, a covered life. Obedience and discernment. Some doors open because God opened them. Some doors open because temptation is polite. If it steals your peace, it is charging you a fee. Heaven never authorized. A shortcut that costs your peace is not a blessing. It is a warning. In 2026, you will see many good opportunities. Fast money, easy growth, quick recognition. But not everything that moves you forward is sent by God. Discernment is not suspicion. It is obedience with vision. Before you say yes, ask this quietly. Does this pull me away from God? Does this require compromise? Do I still have peace after I pray? God does not need you to force outcomes. He needs you to follow directions. And He promised it in Proverbs 3:5-6 when He said, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will make your paths straight." You do not need to manipulate doors. God is fully capable of opening the right ones and closing the wrong ones. Clarity, not speed. Purity, not performance. Stewardship, not impulse. Consistency, not hype. Discernment, not shortcuts. 2026 will not be your hardest year if you stop feeding what is draining you. If you're one of the rooted, let's seal this together. Place your hand over your heart. Lord, cut off every distraction that looks like progress. Clean my motives. Teach me to steward what you placed in my hands. Close every door that drains my oil. Fill me again with clarity, discipline, and peace. Lead me into 2026 covered, grounded, and unshakable. I will not rush what you are building. I will not trade peace for shortcuts. I trust your way. If this spoke to your spirit, type this as your declaration. My oil will not run dry in 2026. Share this with someone entering 2026 exhausted. And subscribe to God's Whisper for more messages that prepare you before God promotes you.